Hello everyone, this is MJ. And I don't know if I could do this video or not. I've put it off for most of the day. I usually get this done by now. But, I was going to do a regular Support Small BookTube Sunday. And it would have been episode 66, which is kind of fitting because of PAX's GoFundMe goal. I don't remember what it was originally, and then I'm like, hey, we need to make that number 66666. And Mr. Morningstar said, yeah, we need to do that. So, disclaimer, I'm 2 Bloody Marys in. Bloody Mary for PAX. I thought it had a nice horror vibe to it. I thought it would be a good way to relax into doing this video. It's not working, just so you know, it's not working. Alcohol is never the solution. But yeah, and I'm not saying it 3 times either, so there's that. Where do I start? So if you're new to my channel, I started this series out of being maybe angry. Angry that people weren't paying attention to newer channels that were on the scene. And when I mean people, I mean creators. It could be of similar subscriber count. It could be the bigger creators. But I wanted to raise awareness for BookTube channels that are new on the scene that people need to pay attention to. And maybe if a viewer liked their content, they would become a subscriber. And by becoming a subscriber, the content creator would get that little dopamine hit and be like, oh my gosh, people like my stuff. So I started that back in January of 22. And PAX was a huge supporter of it. She was huge. I would upload early in the mornings on Sundays. Literally within 5 minutes, she'd be right there. And the one week, I was like, why doesn't PAX have more? PAX deserves more. And I got really angry. And I included PAX in one of the episodes. And honestly, like, I think that, I hope it made her day. I really, really do. I'll insert a link to that video here if you want to see me go off about PAX. But she was, I hate saying that. I hate saying past tense. It's like, I never met PAX, but we chatted. You know, and I was telling on Friday, when she started going live, well, when I started going live, she was like, you know, MJ, how do you do it? And I said, you just do it. You just do it. And believe it or not, it's not as scary as it seems. And people are really receptive and it's actually kind of fun. And I kind of coached her through like what to do with StreamYard and all that. And when she did her first live, like my heart was so filled and was so green for her. It was just awesome. And then watching her do her sit-down poetry interviews with Nim and with Gareth, you know, it was just awesome. It was really, really cool. Like, whenever a PAX video showed up, number one, she was consistent with everything that she did. She was consistent with the vibe. She was consistent with her background. You saw that color green, you knew it was PAX. You know, and she tried to keep with the schedule, you know. She included her Panic Poetry Thursdays. She would, you know, try to do tags. She would do book reviews when things would pop up. Huge supporter of indie authors. You know, and it worked for her. It worked for her. Her channel was completely undersubscribed. Completely. And she really was like a gem. She was like an emerald, you know. But yeah, but I didn't want to use this episode to talk about other people when I should be talking about PAX and how important community was to PAX. And it's important to a lot of us, me included. Like, it's huge. And she absolutely rallied around her friends. She supported everyone. And we all supported her when we needed to. We showed up when we had to. And, you know, life isn't fair. And everything happens for a reason. But I don't think I like this reason very much. I think we were all hoping that she was going to beat it, that she was going to live with it and live a long life with it. And a lot of us are hurting still. Like I said, it comes in waves, you know. I'm so glad that her partner, Adam, Mr. Morningstar, have, you know, decided to run her remaining episode. It's great. It's mind-blowing that she is 25, like, just ready to go. Like, that's awesome. And I wasn't sure if I could watch the one that was posted the other day, but I did. And I was happy to watch it. Like, it was comforting. But it just fucking sucks. And this is our corner of BookTube. I know there's a lot of BookTube that probably doesn't even know who PAX is or what she was or what she meant to all of us. But by keeping her name and her channel and her spirit alive is going to help. Yeah. So, her support with support small booktube was huge. And her her PAXi Awards. You know, she gave me an award last year and it really meant a lot. Because you don't get, you know, people telling you in the comments that you're doing good, but when people validate you like that and like they make it public, like that's pretty awesome. And she really, really was just a genuine, kind-hearted person. Like, I truly believe that. The messages that we sent each other towards the end. I actually screenshotted them because I don't want, if her Discord ever goes down or whatever, like, I don't want to ever lose that. And like I said, it never met her, but she meant a lot to me. You know, her spirit, her guts, to be that authentic, to show your true self on camera. That doesn't come around that often, you know. There's a lot of people that you meet, and you'll know who I'm talking about when you put this together. You meet their representative. You meet who they want you to think they are. They want you to think that they're so-and-so and they do this and they do that and this is their life online and blah, blah, blah. But PAX didn't have that. And you know in your heart of hearts who has that and who doesn't have that. Like, when you're authentic, like, this is it. Like, if you met me on the street, this is what you're going to get. Not so tipsy and teary-eyed, but this is me. This is me. And PAX just was the most authentic channel ever. Like, when she would do a tag and she said that she would just like blow it up and like goof it up and she had nothing prepared, that was 100% her, and it was amazing. I remember the one video, it might be for the get outside tag, get outside with reading tag. She went outside in like this little patch of woods and she just like sat down And she's like, I hope my neighbors aren't too loud, but I'm going to do it here. And it was amazing. We vibed with her. I know it's daylight and you can't see it, but I have my little green light on for her. Yeah. We charged it. She did like a vlog, and she showed how she made kombucha, and I'm like, that was the most insane thing in the world I've ever seen. I'm a huge fan of kombucha, and I am now like all in PAX. Like, you need to share with me like how you make this and what you do and et cetera, et cetera. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And you got to see behind the scenes of, you know, the contact lenses and the green wig and all that. And it was awesome. It was really, really good. You know, and her support of horror poetry and her support of indie authors was just, she did it before it was trendy. Yeah, she did it before it was trendy. And I got my Amazon delivery, and I got the horror poetry book before I started filming this. So this is the book that I'm going to be referring to when I add a horror poetry for, I don't know what we're calling it. Is it still panic poetry? Is it PAX panic poetry? I'm not sure, but you know it's going to be from me. You know it's going to be dedicated to PAX because we're going to keep it going. But I got this delivered right before I came up here and sat down. And so I guess the moral of this video is that her death shattered a lot of us. Supporting others is really important. And the relationships that you make in BookTube are real. The friendships that you make in BookTube are real. It's real people on the other side. It's not some, you know, little emoji and you don't know what the person looks like or whatever. Like, it's me. If you're talking to me, it's me that you're talking to. I have to get a tissue because I'm like snotting. Hold on. Okay, I'm better. I have my tissue just in case I need it. So where was I? Support each other. If you are a smaller channel and you are just starting out, know who your classmates are. Okay? Know who started at the same time that you did, because they are in your class and you will grow along with these people and you will be friends with these people and you will develop a relationship with these people. Like, it's not fake. I don't know how to say it. And I had to prove it. Well, I proved it to my husband when I went to England and we hung out with some people. And we're like, yeah, this is a real friendship, you know? And it's like I'm sitting next to this person that I talk to online. Like, yeah. And, you know, so make the friendships. Make the connections. It's just an amazing environment that we're in. If you would have told me 3 years ago that I would be sitting here crying over a fellow booktuber that passed away, I would be like, what the frick are you talking about? But I am, because she was just the purest heart. And she had such joy and such passion for what she loved doing. And I didn't know that horror poetry existed until PAX. I had no clue. Like, I knew poetry, but I didn't know that there was like its own genre for like horror and gore and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm glad to have learned about that. And nobody could read a poem like PAX did. She was awesome. Awesome. So again, I think the meaning for my video is to make sure that you are kind to one another. Make sure that you are supporting each other. If you are a content creator and you are in the same class, starting out at the same time. Make those friendships. Comment and say, hey, I like your content. I'm, you know, whatever. Do you want to do a buddy read? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Make the connections, you know? Try to, at least. Maybe somebody won't be receptive. Whatever. It's their loss. But she really was one of a kind. And we're not going to let her drift off. She's going to be everlasting here on BookTube. Like Gareth said in his poem, evergreen baby. So, the last time I heard from PAX was 2 weeks ago. And she told me that, you know, physically she was not good, but she's still here. And that was important. And I shared with her an idea that I had that I wanted to do with a bunch of us. That was silly, but it's the thought that counts. And she just had this way of making you feel like special and welcome, and like really announcing that you had a friendship with this person. And she would say in her emails, and she probably said it to a lot of people, but she'd say, "My dear MJ." So, my dear Pax, you're gone from the physical world, but you're not gone from our hearts, and you're not gone from our screens. And I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open from when you're trying to talk to me, because I think you started already. I'll share with you. I tried to share this the other night, but I don't think it went over well. But sometimes I'll get like a string of songs on my satellite radio, and the titles of the songs are kind of connected. And I think she was trying to talk to me the other day with a number of songs that came on the radio. So I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open, Pax, because I am receptive to that shit. Energy doesn't die, in my opinion. So she's in the ether somewhere. And I've been leaving, instead of just a green heart like everyone does, I leave a green heart and a green star. Because now she's Stardust, baby. So, if you see a star in the sky, make a wish on PAX. Alright. Make sure you're reaching out to your friends that are hurting. Make sure you are supporting others. Make sure that you are kind to others. Make sure that you are being yourself and you are being authentic. And make sure that you take care of yourself so you can take care of others. I'll see you in my next video. Na zdrowie, PAX.